What's up, gang? What's going on? Hope you all had a great Christmas, great holiday. I hope you enjoyed your time with your families and all of that. We got some news to break and also something to go over. Before I get in that, we are on the road to 600 subs, and I appreciate everyone who has subbed. If you are new and haven't been here before, welcome to the channel. If you hit that like, subscribe, and your notification bell icon buttons, it's greatly appreciated. It gives me great feedback on what you think of the content, as well as the channel, as well as I don't want you to miss out on anything. So thank you, and I appreciate the continued support. Like I said, if you are new and you haven't done so, make sure those notifications are turned on, as well as you have subscribed, because I want you to get the latest of information. Let's get on to this. So earlier today, former Yankees second baseman Gleyber Torres, who they acquired in a trade back in 2016 with the Chicago Cubs for Aroldis Chapman, has walked from the Yankees. He signed a one-year, $15 million deal to play second base for Detroit. He joins his buddy Javi Baez, who is their shortstop, and those two will tandem up together for a year before Gleyber hits the free agent market again. So Gleyber Torres will be there for a year. It's a good deal for him. I know he didn't play great this past season, but he is making some money. So congratulations to Gleyber and his family, and congratulations on the Detroit Tigers and Gleyber for getting this deal done. The other thing I wanted to go over was the CBA agreement, in which teams who are lower market teams that get revenue from bigger market teams like the Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, Mets, Yankees, seems like that, when they get money from the bigger market teams, what they're supposed to do. So what they're supposed to do is they are supposed to spend. Now, with that being said, teams like the Rays, A's, Marlins especially, don't spend that money on their teams. They've already had a grievance filed on them once before. They've already had a second grievance filed against them, and now it looks like they're going to get a third grievance from the Players Association, as well as Major League Baseball, filed against them. And now it looks like some of these teams are going to start getting fined for not spending on their teams, because what they are doing is they are going against what the CBA has been agreed upon, as well as they are violating any terms that relate to that in that aspect. So I had proposed a trade where the Yankees would trade a couple guys to the Marlins for a couple guys in return. One of those trades, the trade that I proposed, was the Marlins would acquire Trent Grisham, Marcus Stroman, Roderick Arias, and Brock Selvage. And in return, or I think Will Warren, I'm sorry. It was Will Warren, Brock Selvage, I believe it was. But it was a couple prospects, Marcus Stroman and Trent Grisham, going to Miami. In return, the Yankees would get right-handed pitcher Sandy Alcantara and left-handed pitcher Andrew Nardi. And I got a lot of flack for it. But the problem is with that is that what some fans don't realize or understand is that the Marlins don't spend on their team. They just hoard the money. A lot of these teams do that. The A's, Rays, Marlins, Pirates, those are teams that don't spend on their teams. They just pocket the money and don't do anything. So with that trade that I had proposed, the Marlins would be spending on their team. They would have to take the contract of Stroman. They would also take the contract of Grisham. We would take the contract of Alcantara as well as Nardi. However, it would help the Yankees get under that luxury tax threshold, and the Marlins would actually have to pay money for Stroman's contract. And I know people are like, but why would they do that? Because they have to. that's part of the agreement of the CBA, that if they get money from bigger market teams, they have to use that money that they are receiving and spend it on their team. Now, I'll post the link in the description below for the second grievance that was filed against them. And I, if I remember correctly, that article does go into the terms of what the CBA requires. So people are like, but Miami wouldn't do that. Well, Miami doesn't have a choice if they don't want another grievance filed against them. So just putting that out there, because they are violating the terms of the agreement of the CBA. So for something like that, both teams would benefit from it. And Miami is one of those teams that doesn't spend. Tampa Bay is one of those teams that doesn't spend. Oakland is one of those teams that doesn't spend. Well, now Sacramento, because they're moving, but regardless, the Pittsburgh Pirates is another team that doesn't spend. So those low market teams, those small market teams who are getting income from these bigger teams because of the luxury tax, are not using that money. They're just pocketing it. So when I proposed that trade, I was just doing it. I was doing it as a way for Miami to spend on their team and the Yankees to get down under that luxury tax threshold. Again, I got a lot of flack from it, and in the description I'll put the trade proposal that I had put, and then you guys can see it for yourselves. But with that CBA in effect, they are teams like that are violating the terms of the agreement. So there's about to be a third grievance pushed against those teams that are not spending. But you guys let me know what you think of that, as well as the Gleyber Torres news. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And until next time, you guys have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon.